KAINÉ could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end, the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. Gods, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. KAINÉ worried about grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What a little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of tons before losing interest in the project. Finally, as the dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for a lack of focus, KAINÉ pushed a nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud what hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, KAINÉ suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No, oh gods, no! Her grandma's house was ablaze, the flames leaking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! KAINÉ ran then faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on the stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leaped to her feet and continued running, mindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, KAINÉ's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick ink blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws protruded from its body in a random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of lizard. Pronto, lá está. Está a falar daquele lagarto que nós enfrentámos, aquela sombra gigantesca que nós enfrentámos. E. Já. Está a falar desse lagarto. Sim, KAINÉ. It let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment the creature retreated into shimmering ink blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotten meat and a wreckment, and the horror became real once more. The creature would be loathed again, and this time KAINÉ responded with a scream of her own. "Alright, you bastard," she thought as her scream. Alright, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off high cliffs around them. "It's you or me, let's go." The shade eyed KAINÉ with a bemused interest. Then it began looking for her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully roofed. With a dread building in her heart, KAINÉ glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She alive!" thought KAINÉ. "She alive!" KAINÉ's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent KAINÉ tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now! As KAINÉ struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She could cough briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, and then collapsed to the ground, and energy spent. KAINÉ lurched to her feet only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a dank trail of dust and blood in her wake. Hey grandma, hold on, just a little bit longer. Her grandma's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. KAINÉ pulled herself across the ground with a maddening slowness. The distance seemed to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners, short, panting. Breathe eu que eu preciso agora, meu! Belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Past her, laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt that Shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. Shade moved it slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when KAINÉ was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, KAINÉ rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the flute twisted backward, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leaped on foot that pinned her grandmother and plugged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me. It was like a stumbling rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted louder again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. I never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with the blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small weak voice spoke up. KAINÉ? KAINÉ's visions blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sun. Finally her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma, KAINÉ, you've gotta run, you can't defeat him. KAINÉ grabbed their hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The woman coughed slowly. One of their hands, slightly with blood, slipped from KAINÉ's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no! I said run, goddammit! You have to live. You have to get through. And the thaw would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade clawed foot descent, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed thickly from gasps in the creature's toes as the treble, putrid smells assaulted KAINÉ's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. KAINÉ blinked, trying to feel the hands, which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of the embrace, trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through KAINÉ's minds, one after another, faster and faster, until they became meaningless jangle of noise. KAINÉ screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliff and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forth, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving in smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept toward its prey. KAINÉ's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lowered dangerously to the side. Yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken woman could possibly pose a threat. KAINÉ stayed a moment, laughing like a mad woman. She leaped into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook KAINÉ off like a fly, sending the crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through their mind. Something worn and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside KAINÉ's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation, repeated over and over again. Kill it! 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 Ok. Até agora, vamos fazer só aqui uma pausa. Até agora. Voltamos a ver então um monstro que nós já vimos, aquele lagarto gigante, invadiu a casa da KAINÉ, da avó dela, levou a avó dela, espetou-lhe mesmo no estômago e arrastou a gaja. Pelo que parece, ela ainda está. Pelo que parece, o monstro ficou a ver se a KAINÉ seria ou não um perigo para ser algum tipo de ameaça para ela, ok? Pelo que eu estou até agora a estar a perceber esta história que está completamente gigante, em que já vamos com quase uma hora de vídeo. Mas já. As the spark that was KAINÉ slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blended into one. The distance between her heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Já não era sem tempo, não? Vamos ter que inventar outra vez aquela cena.
The beast approaches. Oh, I got it.
Sério? Second roll? Ok. Let's go. Mano, não sou eu, mas eu estou a ouvir o barulho do jogo só no fone direito. No fone esquerdo, aliás. Também não sei, ó Vice. É um mistério até hoje. Ok. Feito. Outra vez, pela segunda vez. Isto vai dar um bocadinho atrás no passado, não é? Tal como foi no Nier, quando voltámos a fazer a história toda, né? E aí? no pescoço. Aperta o gajo. Morreu. Oh. Nem acorda. Não me digam. Ah, come on, meu. Eu gosto de história, mas já estou farto. KAINÉ. Encounter. Gently, weakly, softly, the shade showed that its tormentor was dead. Turned and stumped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to blow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. So sorry, grandma. Couldn't avenge you. Shamed beyond imagining, KAINÉ tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her people and noticed a weak stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that was mine, she thought with a mad jiggle. This gonna make a clapping a real bitch. Ah, cried a sudden voice from the deep depth of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought and see a silence. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her shallow terror evaporated in the smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop! Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see. He said quietly. Well, if that's how you want it. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper, sketched it quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to KAINÉ and smiled. Since you reject my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real and as life. KAINÉ opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blank in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharp pincers. Stop! No, don't hurt the picture. KAINÉ reached out with the hair remaining arm and waved fertile at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into the tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, KAINÉ turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, incognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Haha. I look like that. Oh god, I'm gonna die. In despair, KAINÉ laid her head back in the mud and smoked off her ruined nose and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, and her familiar voice began whispering in her ear. And you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if Cynthia somehow found a way to taken form. KAINÉ wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. Yeah, no, a wish, like a prayer or something. Why don't ya get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me. And I finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a cursed, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Bah! Oh god, you are the best. KAINÉ glanced down and saw black, shiny substances using for her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet, and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Eu já estou mesmo cansado de ler isto. Não estou a gozar, meu, já estou. Is this dead? It is what it's like. Or is my mind just losing itself? Eu acreditaria que fosse mais a tua consciência. She could feel the slime using a port that feel the hot searing pain it left its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive and this was real. Come on, said the voice. There you go. KAINÉ tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on pain, but newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why don't let me have it? Well, have what? Your body, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. Parece que será que foi neste momento que a sombra apoderou-se do corpo dela? Ou ela já... eu nunca percebi se a KAINÉ já é uma sombra de início ou só agora é que está a acontecer. Isto está um bocadinho esquisito, por acaso. Agora com este diálogo no final estou a pensar se... Porque ele está a dizer... ele perguntou, can I have it? Tipo, se eu posso ter o teu corpo, né? Eu não percebi agora se já foi antes que ela era uma sombra. Não sei, vamos ver. The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it's... Ah, ok, já estou a perceber. Deve ter sido... Ok, já estou a perceber. A sombra está dentro da KAINÉ. É que está a pedir para apoderar-se do corpo dela, pelo que eu estou a perceber. When it's resumed, it was filled with a mad and unabated joy. And I want to take your hand and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throat and bath in the blood. Just like before. And you're supposed to kind of shift her head and vomit. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of encroaching black hoods. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, KAINÉ was struck by the most powerful sensation she ever felt in her life, and it was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good on it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what I can say? I know how to please the ladies. Okay, muito estranho. Now give me that body, come on, give me the body and we will give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lamp began to protrude from KAINÉ's side as she watched it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop! The black ooze hesitated as if considering the request, and then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. What the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you went to die. We must say I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her very mind. Her wolf's body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, she burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. KAINÉ glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern in a pair of shades, burning itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. KAINÉ started gently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the leather seemed ready to puncture her skin and begins inflecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gonna stop. Holding her left arm in her right, KAINÉ took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, please, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge, thirsty for blood. Then go out there and shut up, and get the hell off my body. Ah, your body. Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Really rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body to have to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Ok, mal, tive de dar um cortezinho. Tive de fazer uma pausa mesmo. Tive de fazer uma pausa. Já estou há muito tempo, meu. Ai. Continuando. Vamos lá. Até agora. Vamos ver que a KAINÉ está a ser. A falar com a sombra que possui o corpo dela, né? Que tem o corpo. Está dentro do corpo dela. Essa sombra está a tentar apoderar-se da KAINÉ. E a KAINÉ está a recusar-se, obviamente. Portanto, vamos ver o que é que vai continuar a acontecer, ok? Ok. Aí fui comer, também estava cheio de fome. KAINÉ grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. KAINÉ screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of the bone crushing on bone filled the air. Ah, stupid idiot girl, you possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. Her voice laughed again, and loud, long and wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered KAINÉ. Yeah, possessed with you and me. You and me? We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you are a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. KAINÉ looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller, somehow darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So listen. Proved the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's a plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies, people you wanna kill. I can make it happen. That a little fat kid who kept picking on you, that big old shade that squashed your granny. Well, we will wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said KAINÉ. What a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who I am murder on a pants. I just want a drink from the well. And I considered this as struggle to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with a wind, and she enjoyed the way that the cool evening breeze fell on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me, we could have some good times together. Look, I will even take care of the bloody party if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered KAINÉ. I will handle the killing. Ah, screamed the voice. Look at you. Oh, sunshine, we are gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name is Tyron, and if you ever need me, I will just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart hurts. Your heart turns rotten and sore, and I like rotten and sore. KAINÉ found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I've done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyron. Count on it. Haha. Love Tyron. I have shit bigger than you. So good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing right now. You and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, you know, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew faint and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside of KAINÉ herself. KAINÉ waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the glitch inside her had already won. I'm not a shade, I'm KAINÉ. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of breathtaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was a wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through the hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. KAINÉ started to place it in the air and then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma, I'm sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, KAINÉ fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Grandma?
KAINÉ, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Mas a verdade é que nós já vimos na primeira campanha, né? No ending no final lá.
Emil, you were the one calling me, huh?
You still recognize me?
Yeah, sure. I knew you right away.
Thank you, KAINÉ.
Good to see you, KAINÉ.
You look like shit. How long has it been?
5 years.
Oh. That's a long... Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the shadow.
Já o fizemos, né?
This is for you.
Lunar tears. Did you make this?
It's just a little welcome back gift. It's not much, I know.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but... Oh, hell.
Excuse me.
Popola, we did it. We freed KAINÉ.
That's great. Listen, can I talk to you for a minute?
Esta Popola e Devil que no final estavam contra nós, né? Estavam no lugar do Shadow Lord.
Please, try to understand. People are tired and scared and...
Mas aquela mesma conversa que os habitantes estavam fartos de... Estavam um bocado assustados, né?
It's crap.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside.
Ah, vai.
You and KAINÉ saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, KAINÉ?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you later.
We're sorry.
Bem. Vamos lá então.
What is the matter?
KAINÉ always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me?
We should turn in.
Bem, nós já vimos esta conversa toda, portanto... Yeah, let's go. I didn't get much sleep that night. Pois, lá está. Eu não dormi muito bem naquela noite, né? I want to blame Devil for everything. Pois, lá está. Aquela conversa que ele teve connosco, que nós tivemos a ver no sonho dele, né? Yeah. Eu ia espancá-lo e não sei o quê, mas a raiva, obviamente, não ia ajudar em nada. Enfim. Well, sleep well? Sure. Well, if you say so, I need to go see Devil and Poplar. Very well. Vamos ver. No próximo episódio, malta. Vamos vê-los no próximo episódio, porque hoje... Acabou o Nier, mano. Isto agora, a história deve ser igualzinha ao outro, ao que já fizemos anteriormente, não é? Vou gravar. Deixa-me só ver uma coisa. Ending. Pois. Espera aí que eu estou-me... Ai, já me enganei. Não. Eu já me enganei em gravar num sítio, mas tudo bem. Bem, malta. Fica então. Por aqui. Aqui fizemos um episódio bem grande, ok? Eu vou meter... Eu não sei se eu dividi este episódio em dois. Tipo, meto os dois episódios no mesmo dia, mas dividi em dois na mesma. Não sei, vou pensar ainda. Desse lado, espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo. Foi um vídeo mais de história acerca da KAINÉ. Muito acerca de quem era a avó dela. De como é que se tornou naquilo que é hoje. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo, ok? Se vocês depois quiserem, se não ficarem muito esclarecidos com alguma coisa, comentem nos comentários alguma coisa, eu posso tentar ajudar. Que eu também, o meu inglês é uma porcaria, o meu inglês é uma... ok? Ou então tentem ler vocês, pronto. Eu sei que é muita coisa para ler e eu demorei muito tempo para ler. Mas... Dei uma vista de olhos de história... É espetacular, ok? Vamos ver o que é que nos espera agora nos próximos episódios. Provavelmente vamos fazer a mesma... Eu não sei se vamos fazer a mesma coisa, exatamente a mesma coisa que nós fizemos no primeiro ending, no final lá. Vamos ver. Mas pronto, malta. Por isso, espero que tenham gostado do vídeo. Se vocês gostaram, deixem o vosso like, compartilhem, subscrevam-se ao canal, comentem o que vocês quiserem. Eu por aqui então vou despedir, ok, malta? Por hoje foi tudo. Fiquem bem, até a próxima e... Fui!